YouTube is tied. Let me get myself set up here. Running late again. Let's see how late am I? I'm 12 minutes late again. I started a little bit earlier, but not early enough apparently getting set up. So let's see here. Let me get myself on the screen so I can see your comments come in when they come in. Let's see here. Let me move this over. All right. And hey, American Copperhead. Look, man, girl, I just read your last comment right before I logged on, and I'm guessing that's you. You gave me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Um, you almost had me in tears, girl. I obviously need to respond, but thank you. It really does make me feel good when people appreciate what I do, and like I'm not clowning and all the other stuff. Like I enjoy talking about some of the more serious things, and I know it's not always the funnest stuff to talk about. So anyway, thank you. I appreciate that comment. I really do. Let me see here. Let me close some things out. Happy Sunday, everybody. Thanks for coming. As usual, let's take the first 5 minutes, and if we get any YouTube channels in the house, we want to say hello to them, recognize them, because they're stopping by here supporting me, so we want to support them too. Right now, I'm just getting myself set up so that I can see the comments come in, and we can have some fun today. Hoping that my energy is good. Still a little bit tired, I'll be honest, but I feel a little bit rested too at the same time. I know that might sound weird, but give me a second. Let's see. These topics are important and I appreciate you addressing them. Thank you very much. And I know, like, not like watching the Disneyland fight or whatever. And not that I don't want to just be serious all the time, but it's good when I can be serious that there are people who will appreciate that. So I'm thankful for that. Let's see here. Here's my channel. And okay, my videos. And obviously, okay, I'll talk about what we're going to discuss after the first 5 minutes are up. So, still, we want to see if we have any other channels in the house, and we just spend the first 5 minutes just kind of shooting this shit. I'm almost set up here. Thank you for that second thumbs up, whoever that was. I do appreciate all of my thumbs ups. Let's see here. You'll see my package in the background. Is this disturbing, y'all? This package here in the background? Ah, it was me. Hey, Chaka Khan with the big hair. Thank you. I was thinking I might do a little some chaka for y'all today. Oh Lord, she was so good in that concert, y'all. Her energy was everything. And I don't know how old Chaka Khan is. I imagine she's in her 60s. She is looking good. Um, Thank you very, very much, American Copperhead. I appreciate that. My channel is very balanced and it'll continue to grow. You know it will continue to grow. I'm going to do my best to make sure that happens. And, but yeah, in the meantime, I'm very thankful, y'all know, for where I am because the channel was on struggle for quite a while. Oh, and Nate, I need to get to the post office and send you your other mug. When I was in Houston, I did not do that. I really thought that I would have time Friday, and the weekend got away from me. So I will get your mug mailed off to you. Your second mug. I need to do that. I haven't forgotten, and I still have a whole bunch more mugs, and we're going to have our raffle today. Yeah, I have some ice. Mm. 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 Okay. Mm. I took in too much ice. Sorry, y'all. I'm not crazy. Um, I didn't want to be crunching ice in your ear. So I wasn't expecting when I took that sip, like 4 cubes of ice just like ran in my mouth all at once. I didn't want to be crunch, 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 crunch on the live stream. So there. Okay, I am good. I'm good. I'm good, y'all. Okay, so the first 5 minutes are up. But y'all know if any channels come in and I know off that they're YouTube channels, I will stop and recognize them. Let me go ahead and let y'all know what we're getting ready to talk about. Y'all decide if y'all want to stay, if y'all want to go. And we'll go on and get on with it. Let's see here. Hang on just a second. So, what I decided to do going from here on with my live streams, pretty much I'm not. Hey, Akili, you left us for food and drinks last week. I need an entire therapy session. Oh, I'm sending you the bill. Okay, send me the bill, girl. I got something on it. I won't be able to say I'll pay the whole bill. But, and have you started your channel yet? Let us know when you start your channel so that we can, you can log on with your channel so that we can go and subscribe to that channel too, Akili. So, Sadie, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. The yes, she is a drama queen. The topics that I talk about during the week, I'm going to talk about those on my live stream. So we have a couple of weeks that we need to get through because we didn't do a live stream last week, and that should give us a full stream today. We are going to talk about Miss Sadie Roberts Joseph. That's definitely the most serious story that we have on the menu for today. That is the 75-year-old activist who was killed in Baton Rouge last Friday. Yeah, and then we are going to talk about the Morehouse sexual assault stories that's been going around. Hi, Rido boy. I'm great. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. And we're going to talk about that Disneyland fight. Let's see. And y'all, sadly enough, that Disneyland fight video, that was probably my fastest moving. That is my fastest moving video ever. I have a few videos with more views than that, but in a very short amount of time, I got over 4,000 views on that video. That's about half of what my whole channel gets in a whole week. But anyway, we'll talk about it. We will talk about this biracial rapper who decided to pull out of a music fest in Detroit. And it's been a while since I've seen, since I did the notes for that video. So I'm trying to remember. I believe that it was called the Afro Future Fest was the name of the fest that she pulled out of. So we'll talk about that. We'll get into that. And obviously, I have a Florida man story. It wouldn't be Sunday Funday without a Florida man story. Hi, big boy Johnny 25. And we are going to play IDGAF. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. For those of y'all who remember, this is the last that I have. I said that I would start doing this. We had $13 in the pot last time, so I believe that that's where we're starting. We'll kick that over to this week, and that's where we'll start. We'll start fresh with playing for $13. If I happen to get any super chats or any other kind of donations, we'll split them in 3, and that will be added to the pot. So we are going to play that whenever y'all say. I'll do the first story first, and then I'll check in between the stories to see when you all are ready to play IDGAF. And then, of course, very last thing, you see my Sunday Funday mug. We are going to do a raffle for a Sunday Funday mug for a lucky viewer, and we'll see who gets that. And let me just show you. I don't want to make too much noise because Rocco is in here asleep. Hey, you're not ready 365. How are you doing? Y'all, okay, so like I said, when I saw the YouTube channels come in the house, I will recognize them. You Not Ready 365 is a YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed to him, check him out. Him and his wife keep the party going on their channel. So here's the other. Now, I don't want y'all thinking I'm playing tricks with you. So I have my Sunday Funday mug. Here's yours for y'all. Thank you very much for the super chat, Rido boy. I appreciate it. I am an international player from the Himalayas because I have money from the UK, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much for those pounds, my friend. I will put them to good use probably get something for this channel to make it a little bit better viewing experience for y'all. Thank y'all so much. And I see that someone has said that someone's grandmother passed away. Big boy Johnny, I'm sorry for your loss. So y'all send your love and light prayers up, or whatever it is you believe in, whatever it is you do, for Johnny, as he's lost his grandmother. And I'm so sorry that you lost someone you love. Um, Thank you for coming here. Hopefully, we can say something to lighten the mood. This first story might be a little bit triggering for you since you lost your grandmother, because we are going to talk about the death of a 75-year-old woman in Louisiana. So I don't know, I just kind of want to warn you because of what you have going on, but that's what we're going to do. If y'all will excuse me for just a second, let me go and get my little fan on. I need some white noise in the background. I hope that doesn't bother you. Give me just a second. Okay, I'm right here, y'all. Okay. Yes, thank y'all. Definitely send your love to Johnny. I know that's hard. I lost my grandmother, my first grandmother, when I was 19 in college, my first year of college, and it was not easy. And you'll always miss her, but the pain lessens as time passes, Johnny. But thanks for being here. Um, Thanks for being here with us, and hopefully we can make you feel a little bit better today. Hush, Akili, I see you. I can't see any of your messages. Oh, that's strange. I don't know why that would be, Nay. Okay, so, yeah, I did the video on this. First, let me see what y'all's comments are. Let me see if I missed anything, because I almost missed Johnny. So let me see if I missed anything that I need to see before we move on. Yes, I'm here with Chaka Khan hair today. Y'all want me to sing a Chaka Khan song for you? I would never. Let's see here. Didn't get a chance to see the video you posted about her, but everybody's been talking about Sadie, and especially about her killer. Yeah, I kind of touched on both in that video. But you know, I always have to have an angle when I talk about a story like that. And so the angle for my video was just for black women to be careful. And that's what I did with that video. But whenever you get a chance, or if you don't get a chance, let's say we're getting ready to talk about it right here. Let's see here. Achilles hungry, I see. She's telling right up where she can use some pizza. Well, he gave me a couple of pounds, so we might need to send that money to the Achilles Food Fund. Let's see how we work this today. Nay says, Florida man story. Yes, we had to include more Florida women because I know they strange in Florida. they strange too in Florida. Actually, I almost had a Florida woman story. And if I can pull it up, I might share that with y'all as well, because I have my superintendent is from Florida, and on Saturdays, y'all know I have to work on Saturdays. On Saturdays when we come in, he will sometimes help me with the IDGAF game, and he is very instrumental in giving me Florida man stories to share with y'all. He thinks it's kind of trash that Florida's getting singled out like that, being a Florida man himself, but it's all in fun, so that's something that he helps me do. So let me see here. Let's see. I saw people on Twitter talking about it being KKK or something that killed her, but I just knew that was far-fetched. All right, yeah, and I touched on that on my video as well. This is just ice. It's melting down. I'm going to try not to have the ice because I don't want to be crunching in y'all's ear, and I already had a mouthful of ice a little bit earlier on the stream, and I had to wait till I sucked it down so that I could start talking again, and I don't want to be awkward on here with y'all, so yeah, let me move that out of the way. I need to put it in my Sunday Funday cup, but I have something a little special in my mug. Okay, but anyway, let's see. Yeah, and here's the thing. Okay, well, look, we're here, so let's go on and talk about from whatever aspect y'all want to discuss. Miss Sadie Roberts Joseph, y'all, she was a 75-year-old woman, and she was a major community activist in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and she is part of the reason that they had. She's instrumental in bringing Juneteenth celebrations to Baton Rouge, and for those of you who don't know, that is associated with the end of slavery here in the States, especially in Texas, but in the South in the United States. June 19th is the actual date, but we, black people, we gotta be jazzy, so we call it Juneteenth, and she's big on that. And she brought the city's first ever, and probably only, I'm not sure, African American history museum to Baton Rouge. It was called the, I think, Odell S. Williams. I think that's what it's called. I don't have my notes in front of me, but a museum of African American history to that city. She did a lot of tireless work, and I see people who are labeled as activists who really only get on social media and talk. They get on Twitter and they post fight the power type stuff, and they get on YouTube and make fight the power type videos and all this stuff, but they don't do the work. And this is a woman who, for years, was doing the work. She also founded an anti-drug, or community against drugs and violence group there as well. So this is somebody who just worked tirelessly to give herself to her community, not just black people in her community. And I say black, I don't say African American, so if that bothers some of you, then I apologize. That's what I say. But she worked hard, to make lives better for people. And then like I said, for all people in her community, everyone deals with drugs and violence. Every race of people deals with drugs and violence. And I see pictures of her, saw people on Twitter, local people on Twitter, of all races, talking about how she gave them their first tour of her museum. And just, I saw a young lady on Twitter who was saying that this woman was her mentor. She seemed to have touched a lot of people's lives, and just people who met her, she touched, she inspired, she moved, they acted. And so hopefully her work will continue, through the people who she touched, and I think that her legacy will live on. She has 2 children who are highly educated, have obtained bachelor's, master's, and I believe in PhDs from really good universities, Stanford and Harvard included, I believe. Just a really good, salt-of-the-earth woman. And she is found dead July the 12th in the trunk of a car, and we need answers, right? And so I think, like I said in my video, that because of the racial climate that's already in this country, it was easy for a lot of people to just start drawing conclusions that, because of this woman does this social activism type work, that maybe it was someone in the Ku Klux Klan who killed her. Maybe, it was someone in the Aryan Brotherhood or some white nationalist, just some random racist white person, who killed her. Hey, Shawana BD, thanks for coming. And so I think that we all kind of sat back, watched, and waited to find out, which one of these, hooded, good old Louisiana boys, killed this woman. And as time went on, about a week later, we see the picture of a suspect, and it is a black man, a black male, who they are saying, let me say first that her DNA was found on his body. So it sounds like a likely story. This was a tenant that she rented to. She had rent houses, and she rented a house to him. And the story is that he was 4 months behind on his rent, and I guess that caused him to get desperate, and so he murdered her. There was an dispute over his past due rent. So that's the story as of now. All of it is alleged. He is being held by the Baton Rouge Police Department, and he's being held without bail. And yes, that's who we're talking about, Shawana. And he's being charged with first degree murder. So until or unless something else happens, everything is alleged. But this is the story, and this is very sad. It's very heartbreaking. And the video that I did on her, again, and you all, we can talk about it from whatever angles you want. So just however you want to discuss it, put it down in the comments. I'll go back and I'll read the comments after I'm done with my spiel, and I'm almost done. But I made the video obviously to give her rest in peace, but also to say, black women, and I know it's more than black women watching, but we need to be careful. And this is a message to all women, and really anyone. It could have happened to anyone, and it could have been anyone who was the perpetrator. But in this case, it was a black woman, and it was a black man who was the perpetrator. And I kind of feel like because people are by nature tribal, and that's all people, that black women feel a tendency to let their guards down when it comes to black men. Like where you might hear black women openly say, speak of a distrust they have with white men or other non-black men, or, let you know straight up front, I don't know, he's not black, or that's a white man, I'm going to keep my close eye on him. We need to be like that with everyone, because as American Copperhead mentioned in the comment section on that video, our murder rates are higher than other races. Black men are the ones who are most likely to kill us, but, anyone could kill us. And so, in this case, if this story sticks, it's a black man who killed this black woman. And another thing that I did not like, and that American Copperhead touched on in her comment, was that, you look at a lot of the comments in the stories about this, and it's almost like this woman is being victim blamed for her own death in her death. Well, why didn't she have a gun? Why didn't she do a background check? Hey, Sean, how are you doing, love? Mwah. Why didn't she do a background check? Why, and so back to the suspect. He is a sex offender. He's a convicted sex offender. But like I mentioned in my video, he's not a registered sex offender. So I don't know if he has another rap sheet. To me, and this is just assumptions now, this is not anything that I read, this is not any kind of fact, but she seemed like Sadie Roberts Joseph seemed like the kind of woman who would try to, hey Wolverine, she seemed like the kind of woman who would just try to help anybody out who was like falling on a hard time. And so it seems like he might have gone to her, hey, I'm out of prison, I can't rent any place, all the stipulations I'm not meeting, so, and it seemed like maybe this was her giving him a handout. Well, you know what, son, why don't you just come to my place, and, this is what the rent is, this is what it's going to be, and she took him in, and this is, again, this is all in my mind, she took him into her rental home, and this is the outcome now. She's dead because he couldn't afford to pay his rent. And I mean, and just from what I hear of her, I can't imagine this woman, doing anything more than maybe threatening to throw him out, threatening to evict him eventually if he didn't catch up with the rent. But I can't imagine her just having some kind of, evil vendetta, or making his life miserable, or more miserable than it already was, just because he couldn't pay his rent. So just the thought that if the way that this story is being framed is the truth, and he just killed her because he couldn't afford to pay his rent, how senseless and how sad is that? And so that's really all I have to say about it. Let me see what your comments are, and we'll get our discussion going. So thank you for being here, Sean. Thank you all for being here. Thank y'all for the 6 thumbs up. I appreciate it. Let me get to the beginning of your comments for this one. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if, let's see, hold up. Okay, let's see, here we go. Keely said, I think I'm slick. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, Ride Up Boy says, I saw people talking on Twitter about it being KKK or something that killed her, but I just knew that was far-fetched. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't think that it was far-fetched, because things like that do happen. This is America, this is the South, Louisiana. It's not necessarily the most progressive state, so it could happen, but I just was waiting to see. I didn't necessarily think that it was what it ended up being or what it looks like it is. I didn't know. I didn't have any preconceived notions about who her killer was. I just wanted to kind of see, but to me it wasn't far fetched that it could have been some racist person, but. Mhm. Yeah. Nay says, SMH. Unfortunately, it was a man that she was helping get back on his feet after being in prison, and that's why I titled my video the way that I did. I don't even remember the title of that video, but it's something about black women being careful about not just automatically handing out things to black men just because they're black. We can't do that. We too often put ourselves in a vulnerable position trying to help a brother out, and not to say that we should never, but we gotta be careful. We just have to be careful. Although I agree that sometimes racists are super guilty, it doesn't mean that it's always in the. Yeah, exactly, and that's where I am with it, Akili. It could have been some racist person, but what we're hearing is the truth. It wasn't this time. Not that it couldn't have been, but yeah, they're not always the ones, Shawana came in. Rhino Boy says if she had been a young person, I might have thought that could be what happened. If she had been a young, hey Soul Sessions, how are you doing? If she had been a young person, you might have thought that what could have been the case, that it could have been like a KKK incident. I'm not sure right away where we're going. And yes, Shawana, obviously by now we were talking about the activists in Louisiana. Then Sharon came in. Shoots. Oh, I missed a comment by Rider Boy. Oh, Rider Boy said blaming her is wrong. Absolutely, and I can't believe that I'm seeing there are literally people out there oh well, she should have been more careful. She shouldn't have. She should have did a more extensive background check, or no, he should have paid his rent on time and not killed her, or if he could not pay his rent on time, he should just not pay his rent on time, get evicted, and not kill her. Why is the blame not on the killer? I don't understand. I don't understand. She should have took a gun there. She should have took a man there. He should have not killed her. How is this her fault? Are you kidding me? I'm on That's Roots holiday in my mother's home in Turkey. Next up, my father's home in Kashmir, Pakistan. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Wolverine Scratch. Did I say hi to you when you came in? I don't know if I think I did say hi to you, but hi Wolverine, thanks for coming in. Let's see. Yeah, not too far-fetched in Trump's America. Yeah, it's really not a far-fetched thought. It could happen, but let's see what happens. And then, but here's the other thing too. When the pro-black, blackity-black people are all we gotta get these whatever racist people off of our women, yada yada yada. And then the truth comes out, or at least what we think of the truth now, that a black man killed her, then it's just silence, you know? Then it's just like, oh well, we'll go on to the next topic. So it just, time and time again, amazes me how the black community, and that's another thing that I mentioned in that video, is that I really do think that the black community is a myth, but how the black community is so quick to recognize racism, um, especially at the hands of a white man, right? But is very dismissive about black men killing black women, black men being abusive to black women, black men being colorist to black women, because that doesn't exist. And it's just like there are just excuses after excuses made for the things that black men do to black women in the black community. I'm sorry. And that might be something that black men don't want to hear. That might be something that even some black women don't want to hear. Because I do feel like black men are coddled in the black community and not forced to take responsibility for themselves. I mean, look at how women are blaming, look at how people are blaming this woman for her own death. And there's like not a whole lot of people, well, he needs to go down, he, you know, like, or whatever, like, where's the blame for him? He's the one who choked her. He choked her to death. Her cause of death was asphyxia, including suffocation. Like, okay, let's see. Let's see, I'm at work for another hour, but I'm listening. Maybe not able to consist. Okay, well, thank you for listening at work, Sean. You know I appreciate that. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. American Copperhead said it's so sad. This woman dedicated her life to helping others, and for this piece of shit to kill her after she tried to help him is messed up. For people to actually blame her for it is disgusting. Absolutely. Hi, Black Princess. Thank you for coming in. So, yeah, like, where's the justice for her, or the, you know, yeah, like the whole black community was going to be all, yeah, fight the power, when they thought it was a white man, but now that it's a black man, well, let's just wait for the next story. Let's just see when some white man does something again, and then we'll get mad about that. Like, yo, Trump will go down as the worst U.S. president ever. The world is laughing at him. I think you're probably right about that, Wolverine. Soul Sessions TV came in. Thank you for coming in, lady. Thank you, American Copperhead. Asking you all to not forget to hit the like button for me. I can see that I have a thumbs up. I appreciate that, y'all. Thank y'all for hitting that thumbs up button for me. Girl, can you say hi again? It's heartwarming. Hi? Is that... Hi, Wolverine Scratch. Thank you for being here. I hope that I'm warming your heart as I'm saying hi from Texas. Let's see here. Yeah, that is ridiculous. He was obviously crazy and dangerous, but she gave him a chance to get it together. I don't trust anybody nowadays. Everyone gets a side eye, and that was kind of Wolverine. And that was kind of the point of my video, Shawana, is that we need not just be blindly trusting anybody. We gotta, on a case-by-case, examine everyone, especially the men we let into our lives in any capacity, whether it's personally, professionally, romantically, whatever. So yeah, I think that that's a smart way to be. Give everyone a side eye. Right away says, yeah, they get silent real quick. I noticed that on Twitter too. Yeah, you know, like once it's not, you know, the common enemy, the white man, then, you know, we'll let it die. You know, a white man will do something next week, I'm sure, and then we'll all come together for that. But like now, it's the brother who killed her and died. Don't worry about it. You know. Mary Copperhead said, right, nothing but excuses. I mean, I really do feel that way, and I'm not one of those. Y'all know, I'm not one of those. You know, let's kill Tyrone, you know, black women or whatever. But you know, and I think that with praising them as well as with condemning them, all of that needs to be done on a case by case. I don't think that all black men are evil and criminal-minded and, you know, just going to kill us. And I don't think that all of them, though, are great and perfect and wonderful fathers and dads and husbands and providers either. We need to be careful. We need to be careful. I know that people don't want to hear that, you know. I know that. Some people don't want to hear that. The black community protects black men more than black women. I 100% agree, Black Princess, and I touched on that in my video as well that I did about her. I feel like I don't feel like the black community is a real thing. I feel like that's a myth. And but I feel like if there is a thing, okay, then we know what it is, right? So within the black community, black men's needs are put first. And black women, we get the scraps of whatever is there. We don't, okay, fine. Like, um, we'll deal with the fact that black men don't really, black men marry out more than any race of man. Black men are willing to make us baby mamas and not wives. Okay, so fine. Like, okay, so we don't get the ring, we don't get the happily ever after the way that other groups of women do. But then we don't get respected either. We ask for respect and then like we're crazy. We don't get, what we don't get to say that we want to be provided for, which is something that pretty much, frankly, every group of women in every race wants. We don't get that. If we say that we want a man to be a provider, then we're gold diggers. We're labeled as gold diggers. And then we have the Chris Browns of the world who get to just come out and openly disrespect non-ambiguous black women, and we don't even get black men jumping on board to say, hey, don't do that. I just look at, hey Lady B, I just look at this thing that is called the black community, and I don't know what black women are getting out of it. Much like I don't know what black women are getting out of feminism, especially when they're dealing with white women. Because I feel like it's the same thing. In the black community, we get the black man scraps. When we're dealing with feminism, we get the white woman's scraps. We're the last group to be dealt with. We're so marginalized. But anyway, that's a story for another time. But yeah. Let's see. They don't understand that this woman has been helping helping people the majority of her life. So this is not something that she had coming at all. Absolutely, Nayla. This is in no way any kind of karma for this woman. Like, this is like the last person on earth that this should have happened to was this woman. Absolutely. Shawana said they do. What the fuck is ridiculous? Oh, I guess you're talking about the black community kind of protecting black men over us. I think that's what you're referring to. If I'm wrong, let me know. Wolverine says I gotta fight in the morning, so I'm gonna sleep. Thank you, lady, top of the stream. Thank you for coming with. I know it's late there, but thank you for staying up with us for as long as you have so far. Dusties are always resentful. Beware. I cannot disagree. I cannot disagree with that. So Sessions TV. I can't disagree with that. Yes, have a safe trip. Yeah, Nate. All skin folk ain't kin folk. Yeah, that's something that we've already. Just because they have the same color skin doesn't mean that they are, down for you. Black women were taught to cater to black men without any questions, and I think I touched on that in my videos. I think it's almost like we've been reared, programmed, conditioned, whatever, to just whatever black men need, we just gotta do it because we're black women, and that's what it is, and we are not getting enough in return collectively. Now, obviously, there are some black women who are married to black men. They're in a great relationship and it's giving and loving and all those things. And I'm just saying, whoever black women choose to be with, make sure that it's in that kind of situation. Not that black women cannot have that with black men. They can. They can have it with any race of men. We just have to be more selective. And now that black women are waking up and not taking any crap, defending them, we are bitter or evil. You get what you give, damn it. Absolutely. Hi, El Nino. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah. Shawana, you're so right. And that's something that I'm hearing more and more often. Like, we're outright being called evil. And she said, and I see bitter, like that's been around all the time, but they call us evil. Like, I kind of one of the first times that I noticed it, and I know it's happened before then, and this wasn't even a big deal. But when that black director made that Nat Turner movie that was pretty much a box office flop. Um, he do y'all remember that director's name? I'm watching my screen to see if anybody has it, but it was a black director. He's married to a white woman. He made this story about Nat Turner. For those of you all who don't know who Nat Turner is, he was a slave, an enslaved man. I know some people don't like the word slave, but in the U.S. when slavery was a thing, and he staged a revolt, and led some other slaves to go against their master for their freedom, and he ended up dying in the process. He got ratted out or whatever. So anyway, was it Nate Parker? Was it no? It wasn't Lee Daniels. Shawana, was his name Nate Parker? It seems like that was his name, but anyway, so there was okay. Yes, thank you, Nate West. Thank you. It was Nate Parker. So when that movie was getting ready to come out, he also had a past sexual assault case that was rearing its ugly head, where he was accused of basically raping this girl, and kind of like gang raping this girl that he went to college with, and I read some of the court documents from that case. I don't know how he was acquitted, honestly, but that girl ended up committing suicide later on in life, and she was drunk, and not only did he have sex with her, but he asked his roommate or a friend who was in the vicinity if he wanted to get in on the action too while the girl was passed out. And so anyway, all this, going on, and he's making this blackety black film and everything, but he has a white woman, and so a lot of women, that is going to be off-putting to them. And so, and I never even heard any major outcry from black women saying they weren't going to see it. But I do remember that at the same time that there was a Madea Halloween movie that was coming out that did great numbers at the box office. But black women, it seems like not a lot of white women or men or anyone else went to go see this Nat Turner movie. And I saw so many comments from black men calling black women evil for making this man's movie fail. Y'all didn't want to go see it. Y'all didn't get, and so I'm like, okay, in the grand scheme of things, what do we make up of the population of this country? Maybe I think, what do black people make up? Maybe 13%. So maybe black women make up about 7% of the population of this country. But his movie flopped. So it was black women's fault. They were being bitter and evil, and they just didn't want to go see it because he's married to a white woman, but it's still an important American history story, yada, yada, yada. Fuck y'all. I never heard, just groups of black women or black feminists, we're going to boycott this movie. I never heard that. I really didn't hear a whole lot of people talking about it, period. So, maybe he just thought that he had a great concept and people really didn't care. But yeah, the blame gets on us. We get called bitter, we get called evil, but they were calling us evil because this black man's movie failed. And so that's again why when I see these black men coming out, and I know they're being colors, and I know that they're being texturous and featurous about us, and they're saying things. That's why I make those videos, to encourage black women to not go and support them with their dollars, because we do have power with our dollars, and we do have the power to make things flop or sell. And they know that without our dollars behind them, their projects will fail. So I think that we need to realize the power that we have, and as much as we can encourage other women to see that and stop supporting these artists who keep talking shit about us. That's how I feel. Hi, Chaz. Am I saying it right? Chaz B98. Thank you for coming in. So yeah, I'm not here for it, and yeah, I'm always gonna say something. Let's see here. Thank you for coming in, beautiful. Let's see here. Yeah, Shawana's right though. That's what they call us, bitter and evil. The community are quick to blame black women than hold black men. Yeah, they're more quick to blame black women than hold black men accountable for their actions. Absolutely, Black Princess. They don't. We've already touched on that, but they don't. Where's their accountability? Hold up. Let me do this. No. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do this. I want to do this because I kind of feel like this would be a diagram of whose fault it is when black men do something wrong. And this is a very rough sketch. Hold on, y'all. And my handwriting is going to be atrocious. Hold up. Okay, so to me, I don't know how well y'all can see that. When black men do something wrong, this to me is a diagram of whose problem it is and whose fault it is. Notice there are no arrows pointing to black men. That's an arrow pointing to white supremacy. That's an arrow pointing to black women. That's an arrow pointing to grandmothers. That's an arrow pointing to the man. That's an arrow pointing to racism. But there are no arrows pointing at black men. Like, that's like, it's everybody's fault except for them in the black community. If it's like black women, oh, we gotta take that blame. You know, whether, hi JC, hi gorgeous JC. That's a nice black man, y'all. So we're not gonna just jump on all black men, but I do feel like, yeah, you know, black women, like, y'all did that. Y'all black hoes, y'all terrible, y'all bitter, y'all ugly, y'all everything else. And you're gonna take the blame for what you did, including your death. You know, so it's just like, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Let's see here. Let's see, what else do we got? Everything is our fault. It's like, and I could have pointed like an arrow, like black mothers, black sisters, black grandmothers. You know, like it's never their fault. It's always our fault somehow. Even white supremacy is our fault. You know, racism is black women's fault. Lord. Let's see here. Hold up. Yes, Nate Parker. Thank you, Nate West. Okay, y'all. I guess Shawana is saying what OMG to the stuff with Nate Parker. And Rido Boy says I didn't know that. Keely says that's incredibly sad. And Black Princess said I'm surprised he did not get. I was surprised he didn't get jail time. After I read some of those court documents, I'm like, damn, he must have had a really good lawyer. I knew about the assault accusations, but not the details. Okay, got you. Nay West. Okay, 13%, is that right? Right, oh boy. It's amazing how people in other countries know more about our statistics than we do. Let's see here. American Comprehensive, LOL, they were mad about the whole Nate Parker thing. Like, yeah, like, we black women, we band together and single-handedly sunk this movie. Are you kidding me? Didn't her two sons jump him? Invisible E, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the activist in Louisiana? She has a son and a daughter, so I'm not. That's why I'm asking what you're talking about. Maybe you're talking about something else. Chaz B98 says stop supporting all of them. You know, and I'm not willing to go that far just yet, Chaz B. If women feel that way, then they feel that way. I'm not gonna blame them. But again, for me, everything with the support of any man from black women needs to be on a case-by-case basis, and that's just how I feel. And hi, Invisibly, thank you for coming in. I can't make anybody feel the way I feel or do the way I'm gonna do, but I don't want to just throw away all black men. There are enough of them out there who do trash shit, and so when I see it and I recognize it, then I'm not going to support it, you know? Like, for instance, John Legend, he is married to a non-black woman, to Chrissy Teigen. I'm not a fan of her at all, but I've never seen him publicly disparage black women. I've never seen him not give a black woman a chance. You know, I loved the show Underground, even though he did make, biracial woman kind of the star of that show and like basically the Harriet Tubman of the show. Whatever, it's for the story. It went along with the storyline. She's the master's child. I get it. It worked. But that's a black man who's married to a non-black woman who's doing it right, in my opinion. And I like some of John Legend's music. Some of it I love, some of it I can do without. And so I'll support John Legend. Um, yeah, I don't see John Legend out here talking about, um, these nappy-headed hoes, or these black women need to get like my wife. I don't see that. And so as long as I don't see that, I don't see any reason to not support him. um, and unfortunately, as easy as it is for me to think of John Legend as a black man I will support, I could probably rattle off the names of 5 black men I won't support, for just the opposite reason. And so, but yeah, I think we need to do it on a case by case basis. The same with white men, Latino men, Asian men. I just kind of feel like we just really need to be careful, and we need to realize the power of our dollar. We can stop things and we can make things happen. Let's see here. I was sad that Chris Brown still had a #1 album after all his shenanigans. It's like black outrage is a great publicity stunt. It is, and you know, I don't think that he would have been able to do those numbers if he had done something to piss off black men. But as long as you're just shitting on black women, nobody really cares. Is kind of the way I see it, Shawana. And forgive me if it sounds offensive, but that's really the way that I feel people care about her. Maybe maybe you agree, maybe you don't agree, but I think that people can generally get away with disrespecting us and be okay, but when someone disrespects black men, then the whole community has to stop, right? Like, for instance, Cardi B. Black women been complaining about how she's a colorist mess, been complaining about how she calls black women roaches and is so disrespectful to black women. But then the second that this old video of her resurfaces, with her talking about how she was drugging men, and taking their money when she was stripping, because she had to do what she had to do to survive, because that's the only thing that she was able to do. Then there was like that was the first time I saw like anything like cancel Cardi B trending on Twitter ever. And people are already over it, but then it was like everybody could finally say, Cardi B is trash. Look at how she did these black men. Look at how she's been doing and talking about black women. And these black men, I'm sorry, they put themselves in that position. You thought that she was a stripper with a banging body. You wanted to go home and get some sex. And she played you. There's nobody innocent in that situation. Sorry. So if she would have had victims who came forward, Cardi B, when she had fucked up teeth and was stripping at such and such club in the Bronx, she stole my wallet and stole my $600. Oh well, that's what it is. That's what you get for taking a stripper home and thinking you were gonna fuck her. Like, you wanted her pussy, and she didn't want to give it to you, so she played you. Then oh well, I don't care. I don't care. But then finally though, when this happens, then black men can say they're mad at Cardi B because that's not right. If somebody pay you for their pussy, you supposed to give it to them. So now we can all be mad. Like, are you kidding me? Like, come on, man. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's see. What else are you gonna say? Dusties. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so that's a word that I hear kind of really only in the in the black YouTube sector. And it's kind of like a generalized term to describe bummy black men who aren't about shit. Like, and usually I don't just hear them called dusties, but broke dusties. Usually it's like those hotep guys who are talking all this black love bullshit, and they're probably like with a white woman, or have a woman supporting them, probably have kids all over the place. It's just like a generalized term for like a nothing ass dude, who usually has no money and probably needs a woman to support him, but likes to be on that intellectual shit. I call them like the hotep crowd, like, who just, I don't know, like, burn incense and listen to Erykah Badu and Jill Scott because they talk about taking care of men and, don't mind. Hey, Chloe's my cousin. Like those men who talk a bunch of shit, talk a bunch of black love shit. Like I said, probably got a white woman in the bed who's paying his bills while he uses her car to go to work, and he uses her car to drop her off at work while she goes to work and pays the bills, and then he goes to fuck some other woman. The kind of dudes who end up on cheaters, hotep scammer. Yeah, I'll take any of that. It's just a generalized term for a nothing ass dude, though. Let's see here, and I've only ever really heard it in black social media spaces. So let's see here. Okay, Sharn came back. Thank you, Sharn. Okay. Let's see. Hold up. Okay. We either raise them or love them anyway, so we are to blame. Yes, Sean. It's like I said, it's always our fault. Let's see. Charlotte Olive Garden. Okay, Chaz B98 says yes on a case by case basis. We can't. I'm not. And there are some women. I hear some women just talk about divesting completely from what they call Blackistan, or the black community or black men. And I'm not at that point. I don't think all black men are evil. I don't think all black men hate us or whatever. And so and even the ones who are married out or dating out, as long as they still show us respect, or even just don't show us disrespect, I'm okay with supporting them. But once I hear something or see something that you've done something to disrespect us publicly, or even if something gets leaked out that was privately said privately, then I'm done. I can't assume anyone's intentions. So, but when I know it, then I'm done. If their intentions against black women are bad, then I'm done. What are y'all talking about? I could do without that Green Light song from John Legend, but I thoroughly enjoy him because he is only about music. I'm not a big fan of that Green Light song either. He has a few that I really like. I can't think of them right now, but yeah, I could do that. That's the one that he did with some rappers from Atlanta or something. Was it that someone like I'm ready to go right now? Is that one? Was it with Andre 3000 or something? I think I know what you're talking about, but I know I don't like it. Hold on. Let's see. Right, it's not their life choices, their attitude toward black women. Yes, character is what we are judging. Exactly, so such as TV. Yeah, we don't look. If there are any black men still in here, okay, thank you. Okay, Andre 3000, thank you. Gorgeous JC knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so, and I feel like I'm preaching to the choir talking to Gorgeous JC as a black man, but that's the thing, I think most of us are over, I won't even say most of us, I know that some of us are over, and some of us are not. Let me be honest. Some black women, they cannot take seeing a black man with a white woman. Let's just be honest. But a lot of us are over the fact that, okay, some black men like dating black women or or some black men like dating white women or non-black women, and we can be over that, right? And we're okay with that. And we need black men to understand that. A lot of us don't think that you're evil, nasty, or horrible by virtue of the fact that you're with a white woman or you're with a Latina woman or something. It's about choices, though. You're Not Ready 365. He and Mrs. LP, they're an interracial couple. He's a black man, she's a white woman. They come in here, and we've had some of the best discussions about things regarding race and respecting each other, and what you are racially, and not disrespecting, black women just because you're a white woman. There's some black men who get it. But we need for black men to understand, that we're okay with your choices. Some of us, the ones who aren't, then they're just gonna be irrational. They think all black men belong to them. That's not who we are. We're fine with you dating out. We're dating out ourselves, or we're at least exploring our options. So we can't be, I can't sit here and be a hypocrite while I have a white Beyonce and sit here and say, oh, well, these black men, they don't need to be dating white women, they need to be dating in the race. And like, what place would I have to do that, right? I can't do that. And I can't even say that it's a problem for them to do it. If you fall in love with a woman and she happens to be white, and she, it is what it is. She takes care of you. She takes care of your kids. She's not being racist about your kids. Every time y'all get in an argument, she's not calling you the N-word, because there are people, let's just be honest, and this is something that black people in general do need to be careful about when we date out. There are people who are racist who will still date you, fuck you, and marry you, because they're either fetishizing your body, or they still see themselves as superior to you. So even though, yeah, I'm married to you, you're not, necessarily my equal. I'm still better than you. So in this marriage, I'm going to put you in your place. There are white men who objectify black women's bodies and just, or might have some slave fantasy in their heads. There are white women who, just like to ride black dick. And if that black dick is attached to a multi-million-dollar record contract or athletic contract, then all the better, right? And so I'll even churn out a couple of biracial kids for you, so that when you start acting up, I'll leave you and you'll be paying me a shitload of child support, for the next 20 years. It happens, right? So we all need to be careful about what our own intentions are. We need to be honest about what our intentions are. We need to be careful about what our partner's intentions are. It can happen, right? Let's see here. But yeah, Soul Sessions is right. We're not policing black men's choices. We have our own choices that we have to make. We just don't want to be disrespected in it. That's all. Shawana says you are absolutely right, and I'm so off track now with these comments. I don't even know what I'm right about, but thank you, and I agree, and you're so very smart. Let's see here. Let me stop. What are y'all talking about? Keely must be wanting some food or something. Oh yes, I guess y'all want Sean Sharp's food. Let's see here. I'm okay with John Legend because he's a total romantic and he loves his family. He treats all women with value. That's how I see him as well. I would be disappointed, if I came to find something else about him. But yeah, my cousin Chloe Betts came in the house. Right up places. Yeah, hoteps love white women, but let them catch you with a white man. I know, right? Exactly. All these, hoteps, blackity black this, blackity black that, walking around with 3 biracial children. Like, Negro, stop it. Don't do that. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, I missed something. Hold up. Let's see. Hotep scammer. That's a good. I like that. I like that, Akili. Yes, Cheaters. That show is crazy. Does it even still come on? I think they filmed that show in Dallas, Texas. I think they do. Cheaters. Sean's guilty pleasure. Are they still making new episodes? I can't remember the last time I saw an episode of Cheaters, but that's basically what a Dusty is, right? Wouldn't y'all agree that those men on Cheaters are Dusties? American Copperhead says, thanks for the explanation, Ty. I've heard the term before, but didn't know what it meant. So it's a derogatory term for some black men. Got it. Yeah, that's the way I take it. And I've never heard people use that term for other races of men. It might apply. I don't know. And I'm not claiming to be any kind of authority on what's going on in Black Twitter or whatever, but that's what I heard. Closest Cheaters is hilarious. The show is funny, it's funny. I haven't seen it in forever. Gorgeous JC says, yeah, Andre did. Okay, so that was the song. Okay. Shawan says she likes it. I'm ready to go right now. I don't know the words. That's all that I know. And I hear when I guess it's Andre 3000 doing the chorus. I hear him saying something green light. I don't know. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I'm ready to go right now. That's all I know. Da 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 green light. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Ba 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 da da. I'm ready to go right now. I've never paid attention. Let's see exactly. Oh, thank you. Thanks for clarifying. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Soul Sessions. Let's see. Oh, okay, and social session does say any man, any ethnicity can be a dusty. Okay, gotcha. I do not think adults should be telling other adults who they should be in love with. I agree with that. Um, Sean, that song jams. I don't know what they're saying. Let's see. As long as you cook and clean, and I don't care about your race. Okay, Sean. Okay. Have you dealt with any ish dating your dude in your area? It's so common nowadays. I get a few dirty looks. It's nothing really bad. Of course, Stacey's not practicing karaoke ready now. I get looks. We get looks from people. But no one's like ever like been so bold as to say anything. So as long as people are looking, I don't really care. And Shawana, I know where you are. I'm not very far from you. Mm. Mm. The difference is if you are genuinely with someone that treats you special, or you have a fetish and you're basically Buffy the white man, white woman slayer. Yeah, you can't be with somebody who's just there because they fetishize you. Buffy the white man slayer can come slay Ride Doughboy any day, so there y'all go in case there are any Buffys out there. Um, Older folks or young folks give y'all looks. Both. Um, Both. When it's younger people, it looks like, whether it's a white woman or a black man, people who like would probably be in our dating age range, or people who think they are anyway. It's like some country white girls out here. Matthew fits that country looking bill. He fits that stereotype. The blue eyes. When he's working out, pretty muscular and old country looking. He corn fed, country looking. Hey, Bundy, we're just having a discussion. What's good with you? He's the type that a lot of those white girls go for, and so like there will be some who might look, like how did she get what I should have or whatever. And the same thing happens, with some black men, and then I've had people ask me, whatever. But yeah, we get it, but not a lot, not so much like I feel like I have to move, or or I feel like it's gonna be a cross burning on the front lawn or anything like that. It is what it is. Oh yeah, Bondi has a channel, y'all check out his gaming channel. Pretty cool stuff over there. If you can say, well, he's in California, so it's not that he's on late. It's just too late for me because I'm in the Central Time Zone. But he's always got the ladies in the chat. So if you want to be added to the what do you call? What's the place where you keep the horses? I've drawn a blank. What stable? Yeah, then then go and check him out. But no, he's cool. He's fun. Okay, so that's it for Miss Sadie Roberts Joseph. May she rest in peace. And y'all, thank y'all for making this conversation pop. We kind of went off on a lot of tangents there. But now we're an hour into the live stream already. I've only done one story. So tell me, notch on the headboard. Yes, that works too, Sharon. Do y'all want to go on to IDGAF and we play for? Well, I'm gonna add $5 to. Oh, let's see. Okay, we got a super chat from Rido Boy, so let's add $1. That's gonna be $14. I'm gonna add $5. So we're playing for $19. Do y'all want to do IDGAF now, or do y'all want me to go on to the next story? Which, let me tell y'all, and then y'all can make a decision. This Morehouse sexual assault of these young men. So this 1 for the story, 2 for the game. Yes, it's about 100 degrees here. Black Princess. So give me 7 votes, and I'll take the majority. 1 for the story, 2 for the game. We got 2 for the story, 1 for the story, 2 for the game, 3 for the story, 1 more for the story, and it's gonna be the story. And okay, all right, so we'll keep going. So, like I said, my new format for the live stream is I'm going to discuss the stories that I did videos on while we weren't here. So that way, it's kind of like if you saw the video, you did your homework or whatever. But even if you didn't, then you can still have your opinion, and we can talk about it, in live time. So, as far as this Morehouse story, there was a young man who posted a video saying that a school administrator. Oh wow, viewers in the house. I feel special. Yeah, that's a big time YouTuber there. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate seeing your face in this space. So, that is, yes, we are doing a thoughts edition. Akili, I did take your suggestion, and I'm dedicating this week's IDGAF to you, not because you're a thought, but because you asked for a thoughts edition. So we are dedicating this one to the thoughts and Akili. So there was a young man who posted a video. I believe that he posted it on his Twitter. That's where I saw it. And he's a young black man. Morehouse is a historically black college in Atlanta, Georgia, and it has a male student body. It's an all male school. So, I Sean is silly. It's an all male school, and there's an administrator who has been accused of sexually assaulting and sexually harassing students at the school. I forgot his name. I don't have my notes in front of me for the story. But anyway, the young man was saying that in his freshman year at Morehouse, that this particular school administrator, kind of first started calling him and seeing if he wanted things and kind of checking up on him. And then he said the calls kind of became a little bit more aggressive. Like, for instance, he called him one time, say, "Little nigga, I told you if you needed something, then, let me know, or whatever." And so it's just like, okay. And then he starts asking him things about, sex and, just making it very, like, this is not a conversation that a freshman should be having with any school staff member. And so he kind of just interjected himself into this young man's life and asking him, hi, is it, oh wait, DJ Lovely? Hi, DJ Lovely. So yeah, very inappropriate conversations that he was having with this young man. And he said that he just became more aggressive in the way that he was talking to him. And then another young man came forward and said that he kind of felt like, it seems like he didn't put it this way, but it seems like what this guy was doing was grooming these young guys to just find out maybe how far they will go, and telling him things like, I bet all the boys want your pussy. And so, and that's kind of something that I've heard, gay men will refer to their, I don't know if there's, if that's all their genitals, or maybe if they're having anal sex, do they call that their boy pussy? Because I've heard the song, the song, there was a song called Boy Pussy, and I watched the video for it. It's a mess. But, yeah, bussy, okay, bussy, I've heard that term as well. And I'm guessing that, and if somebody knows, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that that's just what they call it when they're using, when they're having anal sex, I don't think it's a reference to their penis. And so, okay, thank you, right away. So, that's what this school administrator, he's having these kinds of conversations with this boy. First he's kind of just, if you need something, I'll check on you. I'll bring it, bringing him something to eat. But then the conversations quickly turn to, I bet all the boys want your pussy. Da da da. If you get married, or are you gonna be marrying a woman? Or are you gonna be marrying a man? He's trying to feel him out, And so, just absolutely ridiculous. And then there was someone who posted a tweet that said that that this person who became a school administrator back when he was in college years before, that before this person became a school administrator, that he was an RA at the dorms. And when this person who tweeted, he said when he moved into the dorms that this person was, this person who became a school administrator was like sexually harassing him. And so he's like, I believe what these boys are saying because, and the thing is, the kids go through Title IX to file these kinds of complaints. And several complaints have been made about this particular person, this particular school administrator. Several complaints have been made, and no one's done anything. And so to me, it looks like the school is more concerned about the prestige and the prestigious image of Morehouse than it is protecting these young boys, these young men who attend the university. If you have some trash on your staff, get rid of the trash. Let's figure it out. Let's comb through it. Don't sit there and keep sweeping this under the rug so that more and more boys can come in year after year to get sexually harassed and sexually assaulted by this creep. So that's what it seems like is what's happening. It seems like they're just fostering an environment where these young men, and I don't care what your sexuality is, whether you came to school straight or gay, like I said in my video, a lot of kids, don't have their first sexual experience until they go off to college. Maybe they don't know, maybe, but it's just, it's ridiculous. And I know that some people might feel less concerned because one, they're men, one, they are black men, and people don't typically see black men as victims in anything. But, and then they're gay men, and people just don't, a lot of people, it's changing, times are changing slowly but surely, but a lot of people just don't have much to any concern for LGBTQ things, and they'll just say, they're all just, sexual deviants anyway, so maybe these young boys like it, that could be the mindset of some people, but it does seem like this young man is getting a positive response, and getting some people behind him, which is great, no pun intended, getting people behind him, but whatever. So I think that this school administrator, if what they're saying is true, he needs to be serving some time. These families, need some real answers, some real responses, not just, we'll get back to you, or whatever. Like, that's not gonna work. But I do feel like them being black, male, I'll say, then black, and then gay. People don't want to, this is not the victim that people have in mind when they think of a crime, especially a crime of a sexual nature. So they might have an uphill battle in that regard, but hopefully not. Hopefully enough people will come forward with some real evidence and they can put this guy away. The last that I've heard is that he is on like an unpaid leave from the school, but the school knew. The school knew, Morehouse knew, they have known for who knows how long, and so I hope that that this dude is taken down. He needs to be. I guess I don't really have much else to say about it. Let me see what your comments are, but yeah, I made a video about this. Like I said, the format is that whatever I discuss during the week is what we'll discuss on the live stream, and that's going to kind of force me to put up more content during the week because I have a tendency to get lazy if I just don't have to do something. So let me see what y'all are saying about this one. Let's see. Am I pretty fit? I'm trying to be. Sean, let's see here. Let's see. Sharn. So I must not be getting all the chat. I didn't see any votes for the game. I didn't see any votes for the game either, but I don't think that there were any. Sharn. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Views of You. I missed you too. I need to get over there on your stream a little bit more often, but she don't need me over there, y'all. She's doing it big on her channel. Let's see here. This is crazy. No sight of the real. Oh, the real. No, I have not seen the real, Bondi. Um, Sharon says she's about the super chat for the thoughts. That is thoughts. That is the theme for today's edition of IDGAF. For those of you who do not know what thoughts means, it stands for that hoe over there. And Akili wanted to do an IDGAF about thoughts. So it ends up being about hoes because thoughts is a relatively new term. And y'all know I'm old school with my music. So let's see here. Oh Lord. Make it PayPal. I don't want to Google. I don't want Google to rob the pot. Oh Lord, Sean, shut. Sean, are you fighting about me? Y'all are silly. And DJ Lovely came in the house. Thank you. And Abuse of You came in the house. Thank you. Let's see here. Funday said, "Oh no," I think this in reference to the story. Oh, Funday. Yes. Okay, and then Shawana clarified. Well, I've heard it called boy pussy, but when she wrote bussy, I've heard that as well. And Akili also said it's called a bussy. Like Princess just said nasty. Yes. Anal? Anal is what boy pussy is. Okay, so it is anal. So yeah, because when I first heard it, I just thought that was just like, like we have a pussy, and if they're saying boy pussy, I thought that meant their penis. But as I heard more things, I began to kind of question that. Usually it is their anal area. Yes, pussy is the anal. Thank you. Naylor says, ew, I wish they wouldn't poop comes out of there. Yeah, and you know what? And it's not obviously just gay men who do anal. There are, heterosexual men and women couples who engage in anal sex, and that's not for me. Like, I don't know how women or men engage in that. Like you said, poop comes out there. Like, that's exit only. I feel like I don't want anything going up where that comes out. Like, no thank you. Like, for me, no. For me, it's a no. But hey, well, yeah, American comprehend. This is quite a conversation. Let's see. His nasty answer, sexually harassing these young men that are trying to get their education. Exactly. And that's one of the young men was saying that he found himself smoking more, and I guess that he was referring to marijuana, smoking more than he normally does, JC. And feeling in a state of depression. And one of the other men who said that, like, this particular administrator was interjecting himself into gossip between himself and other students, and saying, like, just spreading these rumors about who the boy had sex with, other boys and stuff. And he said, for me, I'll be okay, and he's like, it hurt, because, like, it's one thing for another student to talk shit about me, but for this administrator to be saying these things about me that just aren't true, for someone else, it could have driven them to suicide, and he's right. And I mean, but there is, like, a level of fragility that that exists amongst LGBTQ people that I think that a lot of people are insensitive to. It's already hard enough to just say I'm having sex, but then, like, I'm having sex and I'm attracted to men and I'm a man, or I'm having sex and I'm attracted to women and I'm a woman. There's this level of judgment that comes with it. There are people who commit suicide rather than come out to their families, right? So, like, it's nothing to play with. But yeah, this is what he's doing. All these kids are trying to get their education, Sharon says, you all are very educated on pussies. I'm in awe. Sharon is crazy. Oh, Lord. DJ Lovely says, oh, wow. So I guess DJ Lovely might have had an education. Rhino Boy says, yeah, can't believe I know that I watched too much of The Wire. I'm not familiar with The Wire, but hey, congratulations on knowing. Let's see here. Bond teacher says, oh God, with a sick face. Y'all are silly. Shawana says, when did this come out? I haven't heard it until I saw your video. It's a shame nothing is being done. When I posted that video, that was my first time seeing anything of it, and I just kind of caught something on Twitter, and It seems like the young man whose video I posted on my video, he had just mentioned it the day before, literally. So, but obviously the harassment and the sexual misconduct has been going on for years, and just the university's not done anything about it. These stories have been out about these stories have been out about that for years at this college. That's what View says, and that doesn't surprise me. Unfortunately, it doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't. And I've heard some things about Spelman too. Let's see here. Oh no, we're not playing yet. Soul Sessions. I saw your message. I'm too young and pure for this chat, Sean. If you don't shut the hell up. Gay men want to be women. I think that some of them do, Black Princess. I think some of them do. And some of them are actually like kind of seem just flat out jealous of us. And I think that it's ridiculous to call any part on your body a pussy or a bussy, in reference to, like in comparison to a female vagina. Like, no, like we have a vagina. We all have an asshole, right? And that's not a vagina. It's not the same thing. It's a very strange comparison for someone who doesn't want to be compared to a woman. I'll put it like that, Soul Session says that I haven't heard this story. Well, I did do a video on it in case y'all want to go and watch my video. This is another way for me to hopefully get more views on my videos. Hi, well, thank you for coming. Just want to say, yes, take out the trash. That's BS. Exactly. Like, if this is something the university's been knowing about, they should have been taking care of this. Like, it's ridiculous that they didn't. American Copperhead said, right, the money is more important than the students' welfare. Exactly, like I said in the video, it's time for Morehouse to show these students that they are more important than their tuition. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Nayway says, I wish these colleges wouldn't try to sweep things like this under the rug. If they will only address it and take action, their reputation wouldn't be tarnished when people have had enough. Exactly, yeah. What was his name? Jerry Sandusky? What university was that? It's sounding a lot like that. Like, it's just piling up and piling up, Just take care of it and get it done. Like, things happen. Your reputation will be more intact if you have the news story coming out that you took care of it, rather than the news story comes out that you've known for 15 years and did nothing. Like, eventually it's going to catch up with you. Shawana says, true, SMH. I'm not sure what she's talking about, but she agreed with me, so she is correct. Let's see here. They don't take it seriously. They think they're dirty little freaks. Anyway, exactly, Akili. That's what I'm saying. I think that that for these to be men 1, black 2, and gay 3, that probably makes them the worst types of victims anyway, because people just don't see black men as victims, but of anything, especially anything physical. Look at how Terry Crews was done, when he talked about having been groped, by his agent. So there's that, but then to add gay to it, people just see gays as sexual deviants. So, oh, they probably like it. An older man, he probably went home and jerked off about it. It might be the way that a lot of people are looking at it. Let's see. Let's see. Sharn, I'm trying to be as fit as I can. So look here, y'all. Let me show y'all. Y'all see my tummy? It's kind of on flat. I'm working at it. I'm trying to be fit. At 42, I'm doing the best I can do. I'm doing what I can do. Let's see here. Guys, remember that like button. Thank you, American Copperhead, saying for y'all to remember that like button, and I appreciate that. I have 14 thumbs up. Thank y'all very much. Let's see here. On PayPal. You always think I'm flirting. What am I? Oh, no, I didn't think you were flirting, actually. But yes, that I'm pretty fit Thai on PayPal. Duh. Okay, now I get it. Okay, let me just, okay, that's my ego going back down to where it belongs. Okay, yes, that is me. Were you serious about sending me a PayPal? Girl, you know, y'all, Sharon is like ridiculously generous. Thank you. But if you do, like, I truly appreciate it. Y'all know I appreciate a share. But, y'all, thank you, Sharon. If you do, let me know so that I can put it to the pot for the game whenever we decide to play. Let's see here. I'm going to have to. What? What? Whoa, this is a hell of a conversation. Yeah, it is a hell of a conversation. American Copperhead. Rhino Boy says, yeah, no thanks to the anal. Gorgeous JC's. It's a no for me, dog. No thank you for the anal for him either. Sharn says, if you're my woman, you better lie back and relax because I'm going in without warning. Sharn, shut up. What, are you talking about anal, Sharn? Sharn, is that what you meant? Golly. Okay, so as we were playing, not yet, let's see. Watching Bird Box Family, scary. She says, I never saw that, but I heard that it's scary. Being gay at a black all-male school, that's already a secret. For them to be harassed is so sad. I bet they feel so. I bet that they really do feel helpless. I'm really glad that one young man came out and it started a thing. Let's see. Well, says it is the same thing. What's the same thing? I'm lost. I'm sorry. I was just talking about that movie this morning. Oh, I haven't seen it. This conversation must be. What? Oh, I lost it. Must be a little strange for people who are just coming into the live. True, Nay West. Oh Lord, yes, Akili, I agree. Terry's situation was a perfect example of, for me, you know how black men don't get seen as victims. They don't, and he's not even gay. So add gay to that, and yeah, no, like you're not a victim of anything sexual. Thank you, well. Says my body is amazing. Let's see. I'm gonna be that flat once I get a tummy tuck. Hey, however you gotta do it, it can be your little secret. Yeah, tell us. Let's see. Okay, Sharon says yes. What are you saying, Sharon? Are you sending? If you're sending me a PayPal, thank you. But just let me know so that I can go and look and add that to the pot. Y'all I think Sharon, unless she's just being funny about sending money for the thoughts, she might be adding some money to the pot for the game. Okay, so that's it for that. Let me tell y'all what the next story is, and y'all make a decision. The next story is the Disneyland fight. Do y'all want to talk about that, or do y'all want to play IDGAF? So we have Disneyland fight, hit 1 for the story, 2 for IDGAF, 2 for the game. 1 for the story, 2 for the game. Yes, today is the thought edition, Sean. I granted Achilles' request, and we are having the thought edition. So give me 7 votes. 1 for the story, 2 for the game. Okay, we have 1 for the story, we have 1 for the game. I'll take the top, whatever the first 4, whichever gets 4 points first, we'll do that. 1 for the story, 1 for the game. 2 for the story, 1 for the game. I need at least 2 more votes, possibly more. Okay, 2 for the game, 1 for the story. I need 1 more for the story, and we'll do the story. I need 2 more for. Okay, we're doing the story. All right, so, like I was telling American Copperhead before a lot of you got here, she was the first person to get to my chat. My Disneyland fight video, I'm sure by now probably everybody has seen the black family who was fighting at Disneyland. And I'm not saying that we're the only ones, black people are the only ones that this could have happened with, because apparently right before that there was another white family like fighting at some place and it got really out of control. But seeing as we don't control the media, we can't really control our own narrative. So anyway, the Disney fight is what we saw. I saw it trending while I was at work on the day that it was going around, so I was like, I probably better get this video up. And I debated because I'd already done another video, but I'm like, maybe I need to get a second video up, so let me give it a try. And by this time, it was 12:40 a.m. and I went on and posted the video. And y'all know, like, my videos, even with me taking my class, you know, on average, I'm getting, you know, 200 to 1,900 views on my videos now, where before I was getting about 100, you know, if I'm lucky, you know, on a good day, whatever. So they're doing better. The views are getting up there. But when I tell you, so like if you know, like I'm getting about 200 views or so, 200 to 2,000, it probably takes me, let's say, maybe 2 hours to get about 20 views sometimes. So on this particular day, uploaded the fight. I just found the longest video that I could find, just narrated my way through it, through what I thought was happening, because I was looking for news stories. But by this point, no news stories that came out, because I'm trying to see, I'm like, do these people know each other? Are they just strangers that was Rocco, are they just strangers who met in the park and had some kind of disagreement? Did somebody skip another person in the line at, you know, whatever roller coaster ride, whatever? I didn't know. So, but literally by the time I hit the upload button, my dogs were in the office with me while I was working on the video, and I was so glad they stayed quiet, because Rocco was kind of snoring, but he wasn't so loud that he was overpowering me. So literally, I hit the upload button, took my dogs out. As soon as I made it outside, I had 27 views. I'm like, whoa, that usually takes quite a while. And so by the time I got in bed, which was about 1:30, I had, what was it? It was over 100 views by the time I went to bed. Then by the time I woke up, I had 400 views. And it usually takes me about 24 to 48 hours to get 100 views. And this hadn't even been a full hour. And so, like, I was amazed watching my numbers climb on that video. It has 4.7 thousand views. One of my most viewed videos on YouTube ever. And I'm at a point right now where my channel is getting about 12,000 views a week. So like that made a whole week for me, right? Or, you know, at least that one video, half of whatever, right? So we have this family, which I came later to find. I think American Copperhead was the first one to tell me, like, to explain to me what I was looking at, because in my video I'm telling you. Thank you, Sharn, y'all. Sharn hit us with a $15 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Sharn. So let's see. I had 19. She had 15. So we divide that by 3. That's 24. We're playing for now. We're playing for 24 bucks. Let me write that down. We're playing for 24 bucks for IDGAF. Thank you to Sharn and Rido Boy and their generous donations today. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Sharn. What did she tell me, smart ass? I had to, what? Bust it down, Tatiana, IDGAF. Okay, so yes, I'm going to have to bust it down right before the IDGAF. I might have to see if I can make it clap. For IDGAF. Thank you, Sharn. And Sharn does not have a channel, otherwise I would skip her commercial, but y'all, that's Sharn, the very generous lady in our super chat. I appreciate it. Okay, so this fight, American Copperhead was the first one in my comment section to let me know who these people were in relation to each other. And if you haven't seen the fight, is there anybody here who hasn't seen it? I have a video posted 4 minutes and 20 seconds of it. There's about another minute somewhere that you can view. From where I started my video, there's an overweight woman who spits in a slightly taller man's face, and he just starts wailing on her. Going upside her head with his fist. I mean, he's like fighting her like she is a man. Now, granted, spitting in somebody's face is disgusting. But I think that after he did that first round of hitting her, I kind of feel like that was enough. And then after that, and I'm trying to like recall it in the sequence of what happened. After that happened, then I remember a man who I later found out was her boyfriend, the heavyset woman's, yeah, Bondi, the Disneyland fight, the heavyset woman's boyfriend or husband, whoever he was. He comes up there and is now squared face to face with the guy in the red who just hit her. And so they're doing the whole, like they're gonna hit each other or whatever. And then the guy in the red, here comes a girl in a beige tank top and capris. She comes up, and so then the guy in the white, who is the big woman's girlfriend, he's all doing this like he's gonna hit the guy in the red. And then when the girl in the tent comes up, wham, he hits her instead. And so I'm like, where did they find these pussy ass Negroes who won't hit each other? Because they were dead in each other's faces. All that shuffling, like they gonna do something, and then nothing. Then they hit women. Like, so neither one of them managed to be able to hit each other, but they could both manage to wail on each other's women. It was ridiculous. So then after that happened, I think that the guy in the red, who I found out later when American Copperhead told me, the girl who spit in the guy in the red's face, that was his sister. So he proceeds to start beating on her some more. She had braids, and he pulled her. She was like bent over, and he was just pulling her hair like those braids weren't attached to her head. I mean, he was pulling so hard. And then up comes a woman on a scooter. Who the hell is she? Why the hell is she there? Well, from what I understand now, that was the guy in the red who was hitting everybody. That was his mother. And I guess she called herself trying to scoot her little scooter in the way to break up the fight. Not very wise. My guess is they cutting up like this in public. They do this shit at home. They probably just did this for the family reunion 3 weeks ago. She knows what she's dealing with, girl. Get out of the way. Stay out of the way. It's nothing good is going to come of you scooting your little ass up there. So she scoots her little self up there, and then they're still kind of fighting over her and around her. And yes, this was a family name. Was I would not have believed it if American Copperhead hadn't put it in the comments. And then everybody after American Copperhead commented started telling me the same thing over and over and over. I guess that's one of the things with doing a video that everybody sees. No, this wasn't Disney World. This was Disneyland, Sharon. So we were in LA. So, or Anaheim. And so, girl, yeah, Meemaw was trying to help. So she scooted her little ass up there, and they're still, like I said, kind of fighting around her. And then, somehow Granny ends up toppled over onto the ground. She's laying on the ground, purse next to her. I mean, looks like she's ready for a chalk outline around her body. She looks terrible. And so while she's on the ground, y'all, did y'all notice? Did anyone who watched this notice that there one of the little boys who was with them? He looked like he couldn't have been more than 3 years old. While they're all in the middle of this fighting, he's hitting one of the women as well. I don't know who she was to him. Like, I don't know all the relations or whatever, but there was a little boy. Did y'all see that toddler who was hitting? He was hitting on one of the women's legs. And I'm just like, you can't tell me that kind of shit is not a learned behavior. When I saw, I didn't catch that the first few times that I saw that video, but like, I had to go back and look, and maybe it was like the fourth time I saw this little boy jumping in on the action and hitting this woman. Like, he's slapping her up against her thigh. Shut up, Sean. But yes, the Granny, now I don't know if Granny got knocked out, but Granny was laid out. She could have lost her balance. I can't say I didn't see anybody swing at Granny, but glad you asked, because apparently somebody told old boy in the red that his girlfriend swung on his mother, and I guess he believed it. Because girlfriend goes and she walks off, and I had to ask. I'm like, okay, it looked to me like he grabbed her hair. She had what I believe was a long, like, down to the butt length weave in her hair, and he grabbed her hair. She was walking off like all purposefully and fast, and then he just comes up and snatches her hair to turn her around and get her going in the direction that he wanted her to go. And she just turned around back to walking purposefully where he said to go. And he walks her back to where the commotion is with his mother laying on the ground, and then proceeds to start hitting her. Then she runs off into this crowd, but he's like still on her. Wham, 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 like wailing on her. And I think at that point was that when there was looked like some Latino man came and and got and got him off of her, um, put him in a chokehold and got him off of her. And there was one woman in my comments on that video, and I haven't had a chance to reply to all the comments. There was so many comments, I was actually overwhelmed. I was trying, and I'm still going to try to reply to all of those comments. But there was a woman who mentioned that look at how much more help, and this is the way she said it, but basically her point was look at how much help she got. The girl in the beige with the long weave and the capri pants on. I would not classify her as skinny, but she, maybe like thick fit, I guess, whatever. She was a relatively thin woman with a curvy figure, as opposed to the sister who was very big and broad and massive, and overweight. No one saw fit to help the sister when he, at 3 different points, he is like wailing on her. Nobody really saw fit to get in the way of those two. It was almost like people looked at it as 2 men fighting. But when he was on his girlfriend, who looked a little bit more feminine, who looked maybe a little bit younger, who had a nicer, definitely a nice shape, I think by most people's standards, then a crowd is like, whoa, the whole crowd is reacting, and people jump in to help. And so just not to say that's the way that it ought to be, or that ladies need to, like if you want to get help, you better look good. But it amazes me, and they talk about things like pretty privilege or whatever, and I kind of don't like to think that things like that exist. But I mean, we are this shallow society, I think, and even though people could clearly see that those were both 2 women, it was clear that majority of the people there only saw that one woman seemed worthy of help, and now mind you, even after they help her, she goes right back over there to him, and he's telling her what the fuck to do, and she's, yes sir, doing it, and it's very clear that she's in a domestic violence situation with this guy. He must abuse her all the time, and the fact that he didn't like that his sister was disrespecting his bitch, this is how he refers to her. This is what he calls her. It was really frightening, really fucked up, and I don't know what to say about this family. From what I understand, when they first got to the police department, they all denied and said that no, nothing happened. So it leads me to further believe that this is just some shit that they do. Disneyland didn't have anything to do with it. The same kind of shit would have happened at home, would have happened at the grocery store, would have happened at the YMCA. This is just who these people are. This very dysfunctional crowd of people going and fucking up everybody's day at Disneyland. Like, it just... And I saw, a lot of people, especially, mostly a lot of black people saying how embarrassing this is, and my thing is, this should be embarrassing to that family. That's not us. We are not the ones out there, who are, going upside somebody's head, and, these men, fighting these women. We're not the ones in that situation, but it's almost like black people get some type of secondhand embarrassment when things like this come out, because these are the types of narratives that are painted about us way too often. And so we're like, oh gosh, y'all just adding fuel to the fire. Y'all giving them more reasons to talk shit about us, And, I can understand that, but we gotta, Funday, secondhand embarrassment, but we gotta, like, break ourselves of that, because, we should not have to answer for the actions of everyone in our race. Just like I'm saying how, I'm making it a point for myself to support black men and other races of men on a case-by-case basis, because when one black man is trash doesn't mean the other black man is trash. It's the same thing. Some black people are trash. Some white people are trash. But white people, I guarantee you, when white people wild out like this in public, and they do, and like I said, before this Disneyland story broke, there was another story that was just like it with the white family. You can be sure that other white people aren't sitting around, oh my gosh, there they go. You know what they're going to be saying about white people again? No, it doesn't happen like that. So we need to take that same kind of stance, ourselves. Even if other people decide that they want to put us all in one group, don't let them do that with you. It's not about what they call you, it's about what you answer to. So I didn't feel any kind of way when I saw it. I'm just like, wow, these Negroes are wilding out. I didn't think that anybody's going to associate this with me or my family or my friends. So that's how I took it. Okay. What's wrong? You want to say hi? Come here. Rocco went to work with me yesterday, y'all. He just woke up, and I think he's very tired still. He looks like he's just dazed and confused. You want to say hi? Come here. Can you get up? You gotta watch my cord. Come here. Come on. Ouch. Hey, say hi, everybody. I just wanted to say hi. I just woke up. American Copperhead said hi. A Kiwi said hi, cute. Okay, go lay down. All right. Okay, so that's that on that. Let me see what y'all are commenting. Let me see what y'all have to say. Y'all hear Rocco sounding like a pig? Let's see. Kiss the dog, please, like Becky. Who is Becky? I'm not kissing my dog. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Nay West says she stepped out to watch the fight. OMG, what in the world? Oh, Achilles says let her go on and thank everyone for her win now. Oh, Nay West says hi, baby. You want to go in there with Daddy? You want to get out? Let me let Rocco out, you guys. I'll be right back. What are you going to do? Okay, I guess he doesn't want to go out. Go lay down. Okay, I thought he wanted to go out and he decided he wants to lay down. Okay, so, okay, so Nay says she stepped out to watch the fight in OMG. What in the world, right? Well says, spit a man in the face and you get what you deserve. I think that was a bit more than she deserved for a spit in the face. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, I don't think that she's right for instigating anything with a man. I don't think any woman should ever be all up in a man's face doing anything. But that was ridiculous. It was excessive. And I think that spitting in someone's face is probably like one of the most disrespectful and disgusting things that you can do. But no, what he did, I can't justify that. I don't care, spit in the face or not. And again, I don't know what happened before the spit. I don't know what happened to precipitate any of this. And what I saw was gross. Don't get me wrong. And I think if anybody spit in my face, I'd probably go ham. on him as well, but that I can't justify what he did to her, what he did to any of those women. Um, they were family though. What does that mean? They were family though. Are you trying to justify what he did? That's what it seems like. Well. Did you make a second video on Disneyland? I did not make a second video, Shawana. I left it. I let it be. Do y'all think I should make a second video? Because I don't even know. Like, I have everything cleared up now. I know what's what. But I still don't really know what started the situation. I guess if I could figure out what started, I might. Or if I did a second video, it wouldn't necessarily be on the fight, but just on the discussion that goes around things like this when it comes to Black people. Like kind of like we get the whole that's what y'all do, but there, like I said, if I were to do a video, I would talk about how just a couple of days before there was a white family wilding out just like this. I think like at a ball game or something. But that story didn't make the kind of headlines that the Disney story made, and that is because we don't get to control the narrative about how we're seen. White people don't want the worst of them to be shown all over the world, so that kind of got quieted down, unlike this Disney fight did. And so that's probably where I would go if I were to make a second video about it. Not necessarily about, okay, y'all, here's what happened. I would go in a different direction if I were to make another video about it. And yes, obviously Funday, by now this was the Disneyland fight. He could have done differently as a man. Why not spit? Yeah, why not spit back in her face? Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you, Akili. He didn't have to, like, hit her like he's Greg Hardy. Like, Funday says I couldn't watch that. And I don't blame you. It wasn't the most fun thing to watch, but it was crazy. And I won't lie, drama to me is entertaining. And people will say they don't like drama, they don't like controversy. People love saying that. But when I tell you this is the fastest moving video I've ever had as far as views are concerned, it is. And so I just don't believe when people say if they don't like controversy. I don't. I'm not saying I don't believe you, Funday, and not wanting to watch it. Yeah. Funny how the guys never really fight each other as a mate. Yeah, exactly. They just sitting there. Like they getting ready to do the prep or something, but never, somehow those hands just never make contact with the other man's face. Yes, it was a family fight, and it was, Sean, damn, was this in Florida? No, ma'am, it was not. Shawana said, Meemaw trying to help. Damn, I don't have family members that will hit me like that. I don't think I do either. I hope I don't. I mean, I don't believe I do, but, jeez. He was hitting the girlfriend and baby mama. Man, they must be from Texas. Shut up. Oh, damn, they knocked Randy out. Y'all funny. Nay West. Yes, I saw that. I think he was the girl in the shade's son. Oh, okay, you saw the little boy. Okay, so the girl who had the shade, she is also a sister. Okay, wow. The girl in the shade told him that. Yes, his bitch, as he affectionately calls her. Thank you, exactly, American Copperhead. Keely says he's violent trash. Yeah. Well says he is a brute. They are all at the house right now, barbecuing and drinking. Oh yeah, exactly. Sean says they're all at the house right now, barbecuing and drinking. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what they seem like to me, just the kind of family that just gets in that shit. And they're probably not outraged one bit. Like, yeah, it was probably nothing. That's like saying, we went to the grocery store. Like, that's just like regular shit from it. No, Funday, I do not know how the fight started. I don't. Yeah, but his sister had her boyfriend to help her. He was just scary. Yeah, yeah. Shawana, he was scared. 'Cause they saw her as more feminine than a big lady, and she started screaming, "Yep, yep, she did," and they did see her as more feminine, and that's just, kind of sad to think that a big woman wouldn't be able to get the help that she needs. She's as much of a woman as the smaller woman. Bondi says embarrassing. Let's see. Oh, he laughed at my secondhand embarrassment. That's what I call it. I think that that happens to a lot of us sometimes. Fake Buster was yelling "Crip" something, but was wearing pink as red. Someone informed me it's blue. Yes, Soul Sessions exactly. He said something about being a neighborhood Crip and he didn't give a fuck about no cameras or something like that. Very true. He sure did. Yeah, and people and I remember getting a few comments in my video. People asking, "Well, don't they wear blue?" Let's see, Fake Buster. I hate that it went viral, but we don't control the media. That mess was on GMA. You ever seen a white family fight on GMA? Not that I can recall. Can't say that it hasn't happened, but Shawana, I can also say I don't recall that. They should have stayed home, had a cookout, and fought in the yard like regular dysfunctional families do. Right, name was. Don't take that shit out in public. Making all black people look bad. Don't keep it in your backyard like you usually do. That's funny. Oh, wow. Well, says Ty, that's true. I think that's when I was talking about how that could have been any color family. And Keely says she agrees. Everybody saying hi to Rocco. No, he's not a puppy. Rocco is a good 4 or 5 years old now. He's my rescue baby. He's still my puppy. Yeah, he's gonna be my puppy. Exactly. You heard the phrase "beautiful needs no resume." Well, character needs no convincing. Oh, Soul Sessions. All right, I like that. Yes, come through with your own sayings, with your own phrases. I like that. Character needs no convincing. Regular dysfunctional families. Oh Lord, I would train a puppy. That. Okay, I think y'all are talking to each other now. Okay, so that's that for that story. My battery let me know it's at 15%. I did not charge my phone all the way before I did this. So, do y'all want to give me a 1 if y'all want to talk about this biracial rapper? I don't know if I want to talk about this. The biracial rapper who pulled out of the Detroit Music Fest because she found out that white people were being charged a higher price than black people? Or do y'all want to do IDGAF? Keep in mind, I have 15% battery, so I don't know how long I have left with y'all on this stream, and I don't know if I plug up. Okay, when it gets down to 5%, I'm going to plug up and see if it will still charge for me. Because I don't want to lose y'all, so y'all let me know. I'm afraid that if I plug it up, then I'm going to lose the stream. Okay, so 2, that's 1 vote for the game. Give me 7 votes if y'all will. A total of 7 votes or majority. Okay, so that's 2 for the game. 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 3 for the game. 1 more for the game when we play IDGAF, the thought version. That's not one of the choices. Well. I have 3 votes for the game. I need 1 more vote for the game, or 4 more votes for the story. Y'all tell me. They want that shmoney. So I see. I need another vote, y'all. We got people in here. Soul Session says, let's play the game. All right, let's play IDGAF. Shawana says she's excited for the politics. edition. Which is IDGAF, you all. Welcome to the internet sensation that is sweeping the nation. IDGAF does not mean I do give a fuck. It stands for I do go and find, and it is the YouTube scavenger hunt that I created, in which I send you to different videos, usually music videos, to send you to look for answers to questions that I have. When you find the answer, you type the correct answer in the chat, and then whoever, let me first say, the first 3 correct answers get a point. After 7 questions, we total it all up, and whoever has the most points wins the pot. And right now we have $24 in the pot. Once again, thanks to Rhino Boy and Sharn's generous donations, and the money we pulled over from last week, the money I put in for this week. $24 is what we're playing for. And the theme this week is thoughts, THOTS, and that stands for that hoe over there, and that is at the suggestion of our very own Akili, who is in the live stream. So this week's thought edition is dedicated to her. And if you all are ready, we'll go on and get right to it. So let us take a minute and 7 seconds and refresh our screens. I want everyone to refresh your screens so that we're all on the same page and we can start to play. And when my clock starts at 2:07, I will start with the first question and we will get on with our excellent, wonderful game. Yes, shout out to yourself, Keely, for coming up with this very, very fun edition. Good. Okay, well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. We have 32 seconds before we start. I will get my score page ready and we will play the game. And like I said, when I see my phone go to 5%, I'll just plug it up and I'll pray that I don't lose, y'all. Is that really vodka? No, I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink any alcohol. I don't have the tolerance for it. Oh, well, you're okay. You're kidding. So you're staying? Well, thank you for staying then. Okay, so here we are, y'all. It is time to start this week's IDGAF, the Thought Edition. Question number 1. Go to the ludicrous video for area codes, as in I've got hoes in different area codes. Alright, that's rest in peace to Nate Dogg. Alright, go to the ludicrous video for area codes. Nate Dogg sings that he has hoes in different area codes. What area code does the first hoe to step off of Ludacris's plane represent? Hi, Nerd of the North. Thank you for being here. We're just playing our game. So the first hoe to step off of the plane, what area code does she represent? All of them have area codes on their t-shirts. Von D has it. And I am looking for the 3 numbers. Von D and Akili and American Copperhead. Von D, Akili, and American Copperhead. All right. It's very exciting. Okay. Yes, you were right. Bondi, that was a guess? Was that a guess, Bondi? Yeah, you were absolutely correct. That was the answer. Oh, okay, so it's 404 Los Angeles? What made you guess that? That's funny. Okay, he was just guessing, y'all. Thought he was looking at the video because it's right at the beginning of the video. That's funny. Congratulations. Okay. Go to the Yo Gotti video for Break It Up. I tell all my hoes, break it up, break it down, back it up, buck it up, buck it up. Break it up, break it up. Okay, go to that video. Yo Gotti featuring Nicki Minaj. the video for Rake It Up. In the neighborhood that Yo Gotti loves so much, what do we see growing on the trees that we most likely don't see in our own neighborhoods? Ada Amahos, break it up, break it down, back it up. Shawana has the answer. Sharn and Well. Shawana, Sharn, and Well. Shawana, Sharn, and Well. It's a great neighborhood, y'all. Let's see here. Question number 3. It's still anybody's game, y'all. Still anybody's game. Go to the Jay-Z video for Money, Cash, Hoes featuring DMX. And let me know what 2-digit number is on his jersey. I am looking for a 2-digit number that is on Jay-Z's jersey in the Money, Cash, Hoes video. It's not that. 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 I haven't seen it yet. Shawana has it. American Copperhead. And Akili. Shawana. American Copperhead. And Akili. Okay, still anyone's game. Next question. Whoa, says damn it. Okay. She's saying you slow hoes. Go to the lyrics. This is not a video. Go to the lyrics, or you can go to the video if you want to. I think it'll be easier if you go to the lyrics. You'll get the answer faster. Go to the lyrics for LeAnn Rimes' song. I threw this in for American Copperhead because she likes country. Go to the lyrics for LeAnn Rimes' song, Borrowed. In the first verse, she sings, I know you're not mine, only borrowed. 'Cause you already belong to her, at least you said so. But I'm starting to believe it ain't the whole truth. Why does she believe it ain't the whole truth? The answer is the very next line. It starts with 'cause, it ends with you. Bye, well. Mae West loves LeAnn Rimes. I can't do anal with you. That's not it. Shawana has it, but that's a good one, Sean. I damn near want to give you a point for it, but I'm not. Shawana has the correct answer. Shawana is the only one with the correct answer so far. Y'all can copy and paste, Shawana has the answer. It's the whole phrase, and it starts with "cuz," it ends with "you." American Copperhead, I'll Take It, and Sharn. Shawana, American Copperhead, and Sharn. Shawana, American Copperhead. Y'all know y'all can copy and paste if you're on a computer. And Sharn. I can't do anal with you. Yeah, her spell check make that anal. Okay, next question. We're not done. Let's see. It's still a few people still in here. So let's see. Go to the Mary J. Blige video for I Can Love You. As in, I can love you. I can love you. I can love you better than she can. I can love you. I can love you. I can love you better than she can. Okay, she is shown in many different scenes in many different outfit changes in this video. When she is in the forest/woods scenes, what type of print is she wearing? Don't be up anybody in the chat. I can love you. I'm not playing like a good hoe today. No, it's not leopard print. I can love you better. Shawana has it. Y'all, Shawana's on it today. Y'all need to wait for her. Shawana and Akili and Sharn. Shawana, Akili, and Sharn. Okay, 2 more questions to go. Oh, okay. Oh, hold up, y'all. My battery just went to 5%. Okay, let's hurry up and do this, and then I'm gonna plug up my phone if I need to. Okay, and we'll do a tiebreaker if we need to. Okay, next question. Go to the Beyonce Ring the Alarm video. When she is in the living room, what is the scene outside of her picture window? Oh Lord, I'm getting a low battery flash, y'all. Come on, y'all, get this. And I'm going to plug up my phone right after we're done with the game. No, it's not the police. I'm so nervous because my screen's went dark on me. It's not an ambulance or the police. Oh, lordy, lordy. It's not the police or an ambulance. Y'all better stop. Shawana's gonna come through with the right answer. I just know it. I'm so nervous because I don't want this to stop on me while we're in the middle of the game. It's not the family that fought at Disney World. It's nothing medical. Oh, the family that fought at Disney World. That would be hilarious if somebody would do that, would insert that in that video. No, it's not fire trucks. It's not medical. Oh, Lord, y'all. Y'all are killing me. Come on, y'all. We got to get through 2 more questions before my phone dies. I'm gonna hook it back up and see if it will take. If not, then I end the stream. Somebody better get this question, or y'all, nobody's gonna win. Come on. Okay, Shawana has it. I told y'all Shawana would get it. Shawana has it. Shawana and Akili and Sharn. Okay, Shawana, Akili, and Sharn. Okay, last question. And I'm gonna try to hook us up. Okay. Go to the City Girls video for Act Up. There are a few scenes with 3 girls wearing throwback cheerleading outfits. What 3 colors are their outfits? Sharchini. She said Sharchini. Oh Lord. Oh, y'all hurry up. I'm gonna try to plug it up as soon as we're done because oh, she's buffering. Oh Lord. Okay. Blue, green, and yellow, no. Red, blue, and pink, no. Sean actually has 2 of the colors. Nate has 1 of the colors. No, not yellow, green, blue. One of those colors is right though. Oh, y'all. Please somebody get this. No, that's not it. I damn near want to give y'all a hint. No, no. I guess we'll wait on Shawana. I can love you better than she can. Oh yeah, act up, you can get smacked up. Is that what she's saying? Oh Lord, those girls, they're ridiculous. No, that's not it. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so nervous because I don't want my phone to die. I want somebody, I want to at least take all the answers for this last question. If I have to come back on a live stream. Okay, if my phone dies, I'll come back. Yes, Shawana, that's it. Shawana has it. Shawana has it. Shawana has it. Akili has it. And Soul Sessions. Okay, Shawana, Akili, and